All right, what I got going on here is I'm basically getting rid of the blue tape that was inside of the cavity. So I'm just going back and moving some shit around. There you go. So I already got these guys cleaned out. Got all the tape removed off the sides and the edges. This one here, I'm probably not going to shield. This one here, I am going to shield. If I try to put that shielding paint inside of here, it's going to get all over that pickup if you try to move it up and down. So I got to get rid of this fucking shit. So how I've been doing this, Dremel. I've got a bit for the Dremel that is basically a cutting tool for cutting out walls, holes in walls and shit like that. Now the tip of it's got a little bit of a drill bit type of a tip, but it's kind of rounded on the sides over here to where it can ride up against the side walls and not cut into the wood. All it's using is this portion here to cut this part out. Works pretty good. Better than pulling out the big guns as far as the router goes. And I've got several of these attachments here that just screw onto the tip of the router. They are adjustable for height. Kind of the same thing that Fluid Focus was using to do all of his inlay work. So I kind of go by what I got here as far as a measurement goes, which right now this is a little bit too low because I was doing some other work with it. So I can adjust this, bring it up a little bit. It's got a lot of dust inside of it from me using it, so it's probably not going to cooperate very well. So it's about as far as I want to go down with it. So now, angle this thing a little bit to where I can work on it. A piece of sandpaper over here, some other crap. Time to cut that out. Yes, no music today. At least not right now. Because you're going to be listening to this crap. Simple as that. Real easy. Get the vacuum, get all this crap cleaned out of here. That's it. Takes it completely out. Now make sure you use the right RPMs. If you have the thing turned down too low, it'll basically just make like a mess. It's not, and it hardly will even cut. If you get the RPMs on a Dremel just right, it'll cut right through it like butter, just like you saw. All right, a little bit got inside there. I've got a lot of this masked off, so it really shouldn't bother anything. Like I said, I wasn't too worried about how it dipped on these edges over here because that basically was going to be cut out when I ended up cutting this out. And kind of see where it ended up pulling in a little bit. Get the rest of this tape out of here. Some of this is that double-faced tape I was talking about. This should work pretty good. Not too much inside here as far as any type of a glaze coating epoxy resin. Those two worked out pretty good. This one has a little bit inside of it. Not that big of a deal. So my fingers are too big to get inside there to get this tape out of here, so it's kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass. And I masked up all the holes, so hopefully nothing crept, whatever you want to say, in here. It's not too bad. You get a jeweler screwdriver. I get a corner to pick up a little bit, then maybe we'll grab it with the pliers. Right around here, someplace, is the hole for the wire for the output jack. All right, that didn't get plugged up either. Cool. So the bad thing about this epoxy resin is this shit gets into everything if it starts leaking. And when it starts getting hot, it starts getting a little bit soft to where it's more thinner when it starts heating up. And it only starts heating up when it starts curing. But the problem with it is that once it starts to heat up and thin out, it can find its way into any little tiny opening that it'll find. But other than that, shit actually looks very fucking nice. Like I said, I put a lot of tape inside here to try to protect a lot of this. So it's going to be a bitch getting it out. And I think what I'm going to do, since hand rubbing instead of buffing it worked out pretty good, I think that's what I'm going to do is hand rub the rest of this out too, instead of buffing it out. I guess some of you guys couldn't tell the difference in my last video that this thing wasn't even buffed out, but yet the 3000 grit sandpaper gave it a nice hazed finish to where it looked like, going back and looking at that video, it did look like it was buffed out a little bit. Let me get all this tape out of here. Alright, looks like all the holes did not get plugged up with this fucking epoxy resin. I did get some epoxy on the bottom over here, so that might be a little bit difficult to get the rest of the tape out of there unless I take the router and put the router bit on the Dremel. Take that out. When I did this, I put that double face tape inside here too. It helped out a lot on keeping this tape from coming loose. Like I said, I had one spot that did, not a big deal. Worked out pretty damn good. Put a little bit of tape around where I was cutting, that way I didn't have any problems with scratching the finish. All right, it's about to get noisy again, so bear with me. And you drop this down a little bit more. There you go. Tell you, shit makes a mess. So some of this tape might be stuck in here. Shit. Goddamn epoxy resin. All right, let's see here. The sides are good. Now I didn't open this up anymore. All I did was cut out the lip that was on there. Get this bit off of here. Probably hotter than hell, a little bit. This bit has got a flat surface around the edge that's basically the same width as the rest of it. There's only cutting material here, but the tip has a little bit of a blade on it, not quite like a drill bit does. This part here is rounded. So you've got about, let's say about a little bit more than a ½ inch of cutting material that's only in the middle here of the bit itself. So as I'm cutting this thing, if there was cutting surface all the way towards the bottom, I would be plowing into the edges of this and fucking it all up. So it's a nice bit to have. I want to say it's kind of like a roto bit. Maybe that's how I explain it, one of those roto bits. All right, so I'm going to clean the sidewalls a little bit. I want to adjust this past the lip of the body. There you go. What that did was shave the side walls a little bit, get all the crap from the glue and everything else off of it. Adjust this down a little bit more past where I've cut it. Well, as far as it goes, so I'm going to have to move the blade out a little bit, or the bit out a little bit. All I'm using right now is just a little bit of a grinding wheel, kind of like a piece of sandpaper. Makes a lot of heat. Alright, so I need to adjust that down a little bit further. Maybe I'll be able to do it, maybe I won't. So let's see what else I got here. I got another one of those bits things someplace. It's a little bit shorter. Now they're about the same size, so. Let's see here. And there's a little bit of a router kind of attachment for a Dremel, which I might need it because I have to get this thing to go really far into there. I don't know if this is going to be able to do it. No, it looks like that's not going to quite make it all the way down. This may not make it all the way down either. There we go. That's better. Not good across throat shit. New York. Let's see how far down this is going to go. Probably not far enough. Nope, not far enough. This might work. Barely skinned it. Alright, so I'm just going to try to work this out, huh? see what I got here. Let me just do this. Let's see. Hey, TLV. Hey, Eric, I'm going in for some lasagna. If you were here, I cut you a slab. You know, that's funny. That's basically, that's what we're having for dinner tonight, too. That's exactly what we're having for dinner tonight, lasagna. It's working out pretty good. starts filling up with this crap and you can't see in there. Hey Dale, what's going on? Dale, it's looking good, but it appears that one section is being a pain to clean up. Yeah, I got a little bit of epoxy resin in this corner over here. Not bad, but bad enough. Oh. There you go. Now it's nice and smooth in there. Get this corner over here a little bit. Problem solved. Not a big deal. Tape sticks good on a surface like that. It just doesn't like the epoxy resin when you're trying to fucking cure it. What do we got here? You top 13, 213. My vacation is like yours. Sounds like a rookie. Yeah, I guess. Oh, you're, what'd you say? Vacuum. Yeah, at the end of it, it makes a weird sound. Don't know why. When it shuts off vacuum, this vacuum sucks. One of those cheap shop vacs from, I don't know, Home Depot or something like that. It's like a cylinder size. I like the big fat ones. I keep a bunch of these handy for just basically doing shit like this. All right, now a couple of pockets with the, what is that shit called? Shielding. After I take this towel and throw it with the rest of the rags that need to be washed, because this one here now has shavings all over it, and I'm not going to mix it up with anything that has to do with the finish on that body. Yep, that's right, Dale. If the vacuum sucks, it's doing its job. Yeah, but it's, I don't know what the hell you want to call it. It's got this weird noise that it makes when it shuts down. Tell you what, if you guys don't have a Dremel, this with one of these, almost like a little router, one of these, and one of these is a great kit to have. Basically what this is you put a Dremel bit on here, which is like these little diamond bits right here, real small, fine points, fine tips, and you could draw with it in wood or anything else. You hold it just like you're holding a marker, and this part here would go into the Dremel, and you hang the Dremel someplace. Real nice tool to have. I picked it up because I was doing the plexiglass drawing. Now that vacuum there, it's seen better days. right, Emerson's kit. Yeah, I got 2 of these son of bitches. Now these are nice. I don't know if you guys know who Fluid Focus is, but he does damn good inlay work on his guitar bodies, and he's got something similar to this that he uses to basically cut the wood for the inlays. Now I got these 2 here. Also have an old-fashioned metal one. It's also adjustable for height. You lock the Dremel in here, just tighten up the screw, and your bit stays out here, and then you have this surface where you could slide. But I don't like this because the plastic seems to be a lot smoother than this metal surface is, so I don't use that. If I would use this, I'd put tape over this, or even put this on the belt sander in the garage and kind of smooth it out a little bit more. Make sure you keep it flat. That way it doesn't, you know, tilt it on an angle a little bit and cut too much meat off of one side. But this thing is old as hell. Don't even use it anymore. Or what's kind of cool is using your Dremel as a drill press. Yeah, this bottom part over here goes up and down. So instead of moving the drill up and down, you're moving the bottom part up and down. This is also a nice tool they have too. This locks on the Dremel, and it acts like now it's like a grinder. Works pretty good. Yeah, there's a few more tools in there, but I'm not going to bore you guys with it. I'm just going to put these away. All right, what's going on in the chat? All I have is a really expensive unit from Harbor Freight. I don't use it much, but it does occasional limited jobs. Yeah, you know what? When I was younger, I used to do the model airplanes. I built a couple of them. We did the model boat, which you guys have seen on the shelf over here several times, and also do model cars. And the Dremel with like a little bit of like a sandpaper bit that's like a little bit that you can with a piece of rubber in there, you slide a like a drum sander almost. You slide the sandpaper around the rubber, tighten up the screw the rubber expands a little bit, tightening up the sandpaper around it. And I used to use that for the model cars. I used to build model cars when I was a kid, and me and my brother used to be a competition of who could do a better job. And I gotta say, my brother was really good at doing it. Oh, these little cans of compressed air are nice to have. Like I said, I got like a pancake air compressor that's for doing brad nails, you know, nail guns and shit like that. But the nailer also works on the compressor in the garage, so we leave that down here. The damn thing is so freaking loud when you plug it in. So I just buy a shitload of these cans of compressed air and use them for, you know, cleaning off surfaces. Works great. As long as you don't tilt it on an angle, because it does make ice. Great for cleaning computers and everything else. All right, I gotta get a towel. Shaked. I don't have one. Damn it. I gotta wash all my rags. I don't have any towels left. I'm shaking this one out pretty good, so we can use it for now. Never use the same towel for doing shit. All right, so that's the back. Pretty glossy. Now it's time to make the front that way. Check out the micro. Electric duster has saved me money in buying. Yeah, that's what I should do too. I should buy some of this shit. These edges are very fucking sharp. I need to take them down a little bit with a file. All right, so that's that. Oh, what else do I gotta do? Start moving shit around here. Now this room gets a lot of work done inside of here, as far as paperwork, as far as building shit, as far as I don't know, anything that breaks around the house that's electronic or whatever, that's been on this counter and has been dealt with throughout the years. So we were thinking about putting a line from upstairs to the basement for the air compressor. We just never did it, but that would have been pretty cool if we did. So this has not been buffed out, and it's got like a, you can kind of, this area here has been buffed, you can see that, but the rest of it has not. You can see where I stopped between the two spots right here and here. Let's see. Fix my vacuum noise motor head, one sealed ball bearing, and one. You know, I'm going to have to try that now, because when you shut that thing off, it's got this whining noise to it when you shut it off, but when it runs, it sounds fine. I got to check that out. Maybe that's the same problem with this thing. It's an old vacuum. I mean, we've got two of these, one in the garage, one in the basement, and there's a small canister, metal canister that we use for just vacuuming out cars. The red and black ones are used for just doing shit like this, mostly. Now, if you see a little bit of blue inside there, this is all flat. It's all even with each other. There's no high and low spots. And a little bit of blue inside there is whatever was encased under the epoxy resin. I'm going to do the black. Where the hell is it? There it is. I got this shielding paint. I'm going to paint here, and I'm going to paint here. This one here, I'm not too sure. I don't want to put the shielding paint in here because this stuff, it gets, when you rub it with your finger on it, it gets on your skin real easy. I don't want to get it on the pickup though. So I'm hoping to have this thing done by New Year's. I'm hoping to have this thing done before New Year's. And some of you guys wanted me to do like a reveal of it on New Year's Day. Or Lance's hangout, New Year's Eve hangout, or whatever he's going to do. I don't know if he's doing one or not, but it was mentioned yesterday. But I want to have it done before then. So here's the neck. It's a bolt on, so well, you guys probably can already tell that. Got the bullets here, here, and here, and the bullet ends all the way around it. I wanted to do the whole neck with the bullet ends, but these guys here are too tight between the frets to do it, so I had to suffer. you playing the game? Huh? That sounded like it was somebody crying upstairs. All right, so that's about it for now. I will be back later to do a little bit more to this. You guys take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for everybody in the chat. And I will catch up with all of you later. Right now it's about dinner time, so that's where I'm headed. So you guys take care.